Welcome here to the IR Drone Pre-Show. We haven't started yet, but have we? I don't know. What is the starting point? Do we understand what that is? Maybe we don't, but let's find the answers. I'm here with the very talented Frank Provenzano, and we're here discussing ourselves, who we are, what do we do, and why we do them. Frank, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Life is good, man. Life is good.
Life is
Blessings
good.
on blessings.
Hey, hey, that's what we need. We just need those blessings to carry through, shining bright with the light, because it's shining bright today, right, my brother?
That's right, yeah.
That's that radiance,
bro.
that radiance energy, and that energy is taking you places.
Yeah, man.
I love it, man. I love
sure.
it. Speaking of energy, man, how is your energy today?
Energy's good, man. I just picked up my diploma.
Ooh.
So,
and,
like, it's official now.
And it's a diploma for what school?
The City College of New York.
The City College of New York?
Yes.
You know what's pretty amazing?
What?
We're here in the City College of New York.
Oh my goodness, we're here in the City College of New York.
Yeah, in the hidden dungeons, the unseen territories. Many have been here, but few have been in this room.
Bum, bum, bum. It took me till after I graduated to get in here.
Hey, that's how you know it's real. That's how you know. You know, sometimes you don't know what the school has to offer, right? These institutions, sometimes we are not, we are, no pun intended, but we are, we are trying to find out what is it that we have? What are our resources?
Right.
Who can put us on to the next connect? And
Yeah.
it takes one to know one to show one.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiring individuality, connecting collectives, bridging the gaps that separate us through hip-hop, sports, entertainment, culture, food, family, and whatever else we can find to help identify who we are. Your host, I.R. Germ, you all bump into We.R.Podcast. You was risky.
What's good, what's good? How are y'all doing, fam? We here just macking, chilling, enjoying the beautiful day. Hit 90 today, which means there's a lot of energy out there. A lot of energy vibing, a lot of just smiling faces, and just feeling good to be out there. So we are here. I got a special guest today, CCNY's own Frank Provenzano.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing, fam? How we living?
Everything is good, you see, like just coming in here with that energy. We're trying to make the best of what we do of who we are, coming through as an artist, as someone who's a creative expressionist myself. I want to know, give a little take on who are you? Who is Frank Provenzano? Who are you, what you do, and why
Who
you do
am
it?
I? All right. Well, I'm Frank Provenzano, Italian, born and raised in Queens, New York, and I'm an actor. Most people my age say, "Oh, I'm an aspiring actor," but I like to say, that I am an actor, and I'm working because, I've been out there. I started this journey 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, when I was 11 years old, someone told me, "You remind me a lot about Jim Carrey." I was like, "Who's Jim Carrey? Who's that guy?" So then I said, "Okay, I watch all of his movies, The Mask, Truman Show, The Cable Guy, things like that." I'm like, "Oh, I can do that." And I said to my mom, "Yo, Mom, sign me up for acting class. I want to try it out." I showed up there, to where I found an acting class on the radio, heard about it, auditioned for it. I had to audition to get in the class. I never auditioned in my life. I didn't even know how to spell it, and I got in the class. So I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. So ever since then, I've been doing that over the summer, School, I've been focused on school a lot, but over the summer, I grinded out, did that. And I just recently graduated in December from City College in New York. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out to us.
And ever since then, I've been hustling and bustling, trying to audition. But me, I like to think of myself as outgoing, energetic, fun to be around. I always try to have a good time, And I think the most important thing about myself that I think is that no matter what, I'm unapologetically me.
And that is very important to have that, because authenticating yourself, giving yourself that authenticity, that feel like, yeah, I'm here, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you how it is. Sometimes that could come a little like strong for others. That,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true.
and I like that you have this thing where you came up and you had this certainty, like you had this influence. Someone saw something in you, and that kind of gave you the, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Even you solidifying yourself as I am an actor.
Yep. I'm not an aspiring actor. I am an actor. Because if I'm aspiring, you know, where am I gonna go?
Solidify that. Yeah, solidify that. I understand it 100%. That's why, you know, I see myself, I'm a writer, I'm a rapper, I'm a poet. You know?
You're not an aspiring rapper, an aspiring poet, you know. You are.
Especially, like, the idea of whether you have something, whether you're being paid for what you're doing, whether you have a whole foundation of content of here out there, you're still what you are, you know? So I definitely understand that. Speaking of content, what stuff have you worked on? Like, have you been part of certain films, certain things? I know you be dabbling, getting, you know, working out there, getting your auditions, finding your way to, you know, find roles and make that move.
Yeah, so I'll take you a little walk through, like, the career, the nutshell version of it, you know. So high school, you know, I started with film training. And then high school, I went to high school. I did a couple, like, background jobs when I was 12. Had a lot of big auditions, you know, lucky because, you know, I got into a very good acting program in Manhattan. And high school was all theater, you know, so I did a lot of theater there. And then I moved to college and I did some more theater. And then toward the end of my college career, I started coming back into film. And from there, I've done a lot of short films from various different directors and filmmakers, you know, and it was a lot of, like, school projects, but it was something to help build my reel. And of course, you know, I know people who are filmmakers outside of the school who are friends with filmmakers in my school. So then I branched out to them and say, oh, you have an interesting look, I think you'd be good for this part, this and that. And then, you know, just recently, I guess, like the past year or so, I've been getting back into film. So I've been doing a lot of short films and stuff. And, like, most recently, I've been doing short films of, like, a higher caliber, you know, that are going to be exposed a little bit more, you know, with a more professional, like, crew and things like that. So, I mean, you can find all my stuff if you look me up, you know, follow me on Instagram at Frankie_Pro210. You know, that's where I put most of my stuff. You can catch my reel on there, you know, and I make skits on Instagram every now and then. I always, you know, because it's all about, you know, being an actor today, it's all about creating your own content. Like, that's what gets you noticed. Being able to create your own content and, you know, finding out your brand. Because as an actor, you have to know who you are. Like, what is your brand? You know, someone said, you know, you could be, oh, the nerdy guy, or, you know, the girl next door, you know, things like that. You know, that's a specific brand. That's who you are. You know, and I think I have a couple of different brands, which is like it's weird to say because I've been doing a lot of training, and I think that as an actor, I'm pretty versatile. I honestly truly feel that I'm able to do a wide variety of roles, you know, and I've been told by professionals who I've trained with that, you know, I could play the awkward guy, the nerdy guy, and the hot guy. You know, like I could, and it's just like I was told that I have good control of myself and who I am. So, you know, things like that, you know, make me feel like, so that's like my brand. Like, so on my Instagram and stuff like that, like my brand, I have a bunch of different things, you know. Comedy is definitely my strong suit. So that's how I want to, like, break into the industry, really, with comedy. Say, oh, look, I'm funny, but then hit them with, oh, by the way, I could do some dramatic stuff too. You know.
Yeah, bringing something different to the table. I think that's important to have multiple layers. Especially because if you look at yourself as an individual, you have multiple layers of the self. You look at yourself, there's different sides of you that's been building as you've been building, like, yourself as a character, as a person, as an individual. Through your, whether belief system, your representation, where you come from, you know? I think that's always a big part of you, and I think that going into, like, these characters, switching gears almost within yourself, how do you feel sometimes whether, like, because it's like you're walking into other people's shoes by literally playing their roles and fitting in those shoes. You know, how does it feel sometimes when you immerse yourself so deeply into a character, especially someone of your craft? Like, I've seen you work. You've had a lot of there's a lot that you would put into the craft of the character that you try to take a little bit from yourself, but away from yourself. Was, oh, wait a minute, that's Frank. Oh wait, oh wow, like wait, he just gave me someone else. If someone never seen you act and they see you on stage, it's like, wow, I didn't see that you'll be like this, like, but you did that so well. So do you feel sometimes getting into those characters, it kind of like either takes away from yourself, or is it because since you're using yourself into it, you could kind of get lost into that translation of like self and character, like the distinctions between the two?
Yeah, so that's a great question because I have a very distinct philosophy when it comes into getting into character. So my belief is, I hate when people tell me, "Oh, Frank, I saw a lot of you in that role." It's like, "Oh, I saw a lot of you. I saw your twist on it." Like granted, every actor puts their twist on a role. And, every actor, you give every actor in the world the same script. No two versions of the scene are going to be the same. It's going to be how you interpret it. So I understand that. So it is like my twist. But I hate when people say, "Oh, Frank, I see you in it." I try to get completely lost in the character, and I don't want to be recognizable. I want people to be like, "Oh, that's Frank? I had no idea." So what my philosophy is, it's my body, yeah. So I'm letting someone else's, I'm letting the spirit of this character take over my body to tell their story. That's kind of what I think, because as an actor, I live in other people's truths. That's what I believe acting is living in other people's truths, and who else better can tell the truth except the person themselves, the character themselves. So I do a lot of studying. I try to figure out who this person is, the ins and outs of them, every little detail that makes them an individual. Because I can ask you any question about yourself, and you can answer it with the snap of a finger, because you so well.
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, do you like ketchup on the side, or do you like it on top of your fries?" You're like, okay.
On the side, I'd rather
right,
dip.
right. And it's just like things like that, like the littlest things I think matters, because that's what makes you an individual. And then there's like certain things that you do, like certain tics that people have that come back to something greater. It's just like, oh, they say people who bite their nails are insecure. They say that, it's like, "Oh, does my character bite nails?" It's like, okay, yeah, I feel that, and you just kind of connect with like a certain gesture or a tick or something like that, and you say, okay, I really feel strong like biting my nails, like, so, okay, so then something about my character is insecure. Figure that, it's just like, so then I just let, and then I figure out who that person is, and then I say, okay, come on in, and then they just take over, and then here I am in the character, and then there I am, and you don't recognize me. That's the goal.
Yeah,
I want to be lost
in it, and it's almost like trying to, like you said, with the fidgeting, those little things, trying to give the audience or whoever's watching like signifiers of like what this character must be. I know there's a difference in theater and in film.
Yeah.
Where like you have to portray that in theater, try to give that in person, like on stage type of feel, connecting with the crowd, so they could get that glimpse, like, oh, this person's scared. Oh, that's the bad guy. Oh, look at their intention. What they're feeling.
Yeah, theater.
And film is different because of that, right? Because they focus on little things.
Right. So theater is, everything's bigger, but you have to keep in mind the person in the back of the audience. If the person all the way in the back of the audience should be able to get the same thing as the person sitting front and center. So you have to be able to do things that everyone will notice. So there's a lot of so theater is very big, very open out to the audience, and so everyone can get the story. Everyone knows who's who. You have to talk loud, and you have to be big, and you have to be a little over dramatic or something. You say I'm sad, you go, oh, I'm exaggerating.
Exaggerating a little bit.
I'm exaggerating right now, but like you have to exaggerate your gestures a little bit, just so the person all the way in the back, can
if it's
see.
a finger that's over here, like, oh, he's hiding something here. Let's see that. Oh, he did
right.
this.
Yeah, right. If I'm putting something behind my back, in a film I just put it behind my back, but in theater it's like a wrap around, so everyone sees.
Because in film they could go zoom in.
Right.
Like, okay.
So and then so the difference with film and sometimes why I feel like I prefer film a little bit better. Film is realer, I'll say, because you're not focusing on the audience. It's not that you're focusing on the audience in theater, but like you don't have to worry about making sure the person in the back
like instant reception,
because like in a film, this is a scene. It's me and you. I'm looking at you, and I'm talking to you, and I have an emotion with you, and and I share that. We're just sharing a moment together, and we're just living in the truth of the moment. In theater, it's like you say something that annoys me, I go, ugh. So the guy over there says, okay, he's upset, but you say something that annoys me, and I'm just like,
You're crazy. I don't know about you. Look at
Like,
you.
you just see it in my face. See, even you're doing too much. You don't even have to do all that.
Like this would be what? Is this like a
Like-
theater face?
No, it's not a
or-
theater fit, but I'm saying in film, you don't have to do anything. Like, it's so subtle.
Wow.
All you have to do is just intently listen. That's acting, listening and reacting. You know, and I'm just looking at you, and I'm focused on you, and I'm channeled in on you, and you know everything, and you know, and the frame. So like, you know, in theater, you use your whole body.
The whole body.
You know, and
That's
but
your
if
whole
I'm
tool.
doing a scene with you, and it's just a close up of you know, chest up, that's the frame. You know, it doesn't necessarily matter what my legs are doing.
It could be like
all
dancing.
the
down there.
all the energy, all my energy toward the scene has got to be chest up. You know, like if I move my body, then I lose my power, and the camera's not even catching that. I'm talking to you, and it's just like all the emotion I feel, it just bleeds through my face.
It's like you're radiating the energy that you bring, that you would bring
Mhm.
on a stage, and taking
And-
it to where the framing of the camera would be, so that we could
Exactly.
feel that whoever's watching it at home. Or wherever they're
Exactly.
watching.
That's
Wow.
like that's what acting for film is. It's focusing your energy. It's taking all your energy and putting it in the frame. That's what acting for film is.
See, I mean, it's good to be able to distinguish the differences and understand what it takes from one side to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to be in theater, anyone who aspires to be theater, you know, to fall into theater, to actually maybe even go to film,
Mhm.
like you have to
Yeah.
understand it.
It's a lot easier to
Difference.
transition from theater to film than vice versa. Because in film, it's easier to tell someone to calm down. Like, okay, you have a little too much. You know, like let's relax a little bit. It's easier to take a theater person and tell them to calm down than it is to get a film person on stage. Because a film person is just like, you know, it's just like, you know, you gotta bring it out of them. You know, you gotta be like, be bigger, do more, and it's just like,
Give us
but-
more. We can't hear you back
And then
here.
the film says, but that's not real. You know, it's like it's theater. You know,
Yeah, like-
there's an imaginary wall.
And that wall we have to.
You know, the fourth wall that us actors call it. For all you non-actors listening, well, you guys decide what it is.
What do you think about still that platform of, I guess, being able to speak your truths, even if it's through movies, through any outlet, through radio? What do you think about the idea of censorship and creative freedom, based for like, you know, we're trying to express ourselves as individuals, as artists. What do you think is the idea of like trying to be politically correct, or coming with you and like having to face what people may feel, whether they don't like it, they don't want to hear it, or they appreciate it?
You know, that's a real tough one because it's because right now, just like where I'm at mentally, you know, I'm kind of a yes man for everything. You know, if someone, I think every opinion should be voiced. You know, even if it's like absurdly wrong. I feel like, you know, this is America. You got freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to say something. And right now, I just feel like if someone has a truth that they want to tell, and they cast me in that role, and it's something that I know is controversial, you know, I think I don't think I would say no to it, because it's just me living in someone else's truth. But so that's just me as an actor, as an artist. The artist in me would want to tell this person's truth, but the businessman in me, who's, you know, still, I'm not where I want to be as an actor. I'm not on a platform where I can be recognized on the street. You know, say, oh, you know, I'm not there yet. I'm growing, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, and it's fine. And it's just like I feel like doing something crazily controversial will stunt my growth. You know, and people will be, oh, that's the guy that did that video about whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna
associate
cast
yourself.
right. It's like, you know, so then that'll limit me, and I don't want to be limited. I want to be doing everything. You know, this is what I always tell myself. You know, I'm always growing, and one day I'm gonna be the tallest tree in the forest.
That's good. You gotta nourish it, right? You gotta
Right. I got
give it
all
more water. Give it the water that it needs.
water, soil,
Nourish it.
sunlight, this and that, and sometimes maybe a controversial piece might not be.
But it's good because as you talking about yourself as a brand through your image,
Mhm.
what you see is part of the plan, or
Right.
at least part of the strategic
Mhm.
path you're setting up for yourself,
Right.
in a way that nothing's going to jeopardize how you want to go about
Mhm.
of like, because that all tells the story of like, oh wait, if he does this, I can have it for this type of movie.
Mhm.
Maybe
Right.
you don't want to be around these, you don't want this type of movie. Let's say
Right.
I want to be the guy who's like, maybe I'm in the rom-com. I could be this romantic comedy guy. I could be this guy who's like the cool guy that's just like chill, laid back, and helps the kids.
You know, and it's like, you know, it's no problem because a lot of actors, you know, they want to do something specific. They're like, you know, it's like, you know, I want to be in Hallmark movies. I don't want to curse. I don't want to do that. I want to be a Hallmark movie.
Keep it clean.
And you know, there's so many people that have a career in those Hallmark movies, and they, you know, and to them they've made it, and they want to do that. Like, you know, everyone's allowed to do this stuff.
Find your market. Find your audience.
Right, and it's like if this is what they want to do, they want to do. You know, I think my only problem is that I want to do everything. You know, I mean, I know what I can and can't do, but.
Well, elaborate on that.
Yeah,
What is everything? Because there's certain things where it's,
well,
you got to be an actor. You just got to be this. You got
drama, rom-com, comedy, you know, horror, action, this and that. I want to be able, you know, I feel like I have a part in all types of movies. I feel like there's somewhere in me that I can.
A little bit of you in each of these little things. You can,
you know, I feel
rip it out of yourself and just
place
it on and create it into what you need it to be.
Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. You know, I just, you know, I just want to make. I just want to tell great stories and play captivating roles, and you know, I really want to move people with my craft and my talent and my abilities. Like, you know, I want someone to say, "Wow, that guy's really good," you know, because, you know, every actor, you know, wants to do something. Every actor has like a purpose, and you know, and I want people to listen to me, because I feel like, you know, and I feel like acting would give me a good platform for the thing something I'm really like passionate about, which is you know, I want to end homelessness. You know, I really I see that all the time. I see like, you know, homeless people on the train asking for money, and I always try to give them $1 or $2. You know, I really you know, but I want to be able to make a lot of money. You know, be rich. You know, because I would never spread the wealth, help give people a home. Yeah, you know, because I remember I read a fact a while ago that there's 3 million homeless people in America, and 12 million empty homes, something like that. So every one of them could get 4 homes, and it's just like, you know, I want to be able to tell like very powerful stories. I want to be able to tell stories of, you know, that people don't hear a lot, and I want to be able to use, you know, my success to, you know, help others, you know, because I would, you know, right now I don't have the financial ability to give someone else a home, which stinks. Yeah, because, you know, I see them and I see people, and it's just like, you know, and a lot of people on the train are like, oh, man, that guy's dirty, this and that, and it's just like, he has a whole story. Yeah. He has a truth that needs to be told.
Yes.
You know, he has a story. He has a reason why. Like, you know, everybody's where they are for a reason. And that's the thing. Everybody is somewhere for a reason. You're not nowhere for no reason. Like, some chain of events leads you to where you are, and people forget. You know, people almost treat people that are homeless like animals sometimes.
Like they're not humans.
Right, and it's just like, you know, they are humans, and it's just like, and they just, you know, and sometimes, you know, they get a little unlucky. They have a bad break or.
Things happen, man.
Right. So like, that's the thing I want to do with my act. Like I want to be able. Like a real goal of mine is to be able to give someone a home.
Oof, that's purpose right there, man.
You know. And that, and you know, and also with acting, I feel like I don't know anything else. Like, this is the only life I know, and I truly like understand.
You decided it pretty young too.
You know,
so
I know. Right. So I have to commit now. You know, but honestly, I have considered like different options, of course. You know, I wasn't always like, I'm gonna be an actor. Like, you know, I always wanted, you know, lawyer, doctor, this and that. You know, all the, you know, construction worker, you know, restaurant owner, manager, this and that, and just no. You know, I kind of, you know, I wanted to be a psychologist for a really long time. And like I came into college saying, you know, oh, I'm gonna be a psychology major. I took like 2 psychology classes, and it was not for me. And you know, and like, you know, no matter what, everything I wanted to do, I gave it a test run, and, you know, and I talked to people who was like, you know, I was really good at math, so I said I could be an accountant or a financial advisor. I know people. My mom has friends who's financial advisors and accountants. I talked to them. I said, oh, what's it like to be at your job? You know, I heard about it. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. You know, everything, you know, no matter what, it just resorts back to acting. Like, that's the only thing I know to do, or that's the only thing I want to do, and that's my destiny. I feel it, you know.
Nah,
And
I feel it.
you know, like it has right, and that's my destiny. It has to be, and if it's not, then if it wasn't my destiny, I made it my destiny.
Yeah, like I wrote this.
Right.
I wrote this path ahead of me to get me there. That I
Mhm.
always knew I could get there. It's almost like writing your own book, the
Yeah.
book of your life, guided by all the factors.
Right.
You know, from where you come from your background, from those who've taught you the ways of life. You know?
Right.
And you get that wherever you go. So just like that man, that dude came up to you, said, "You remind me of this guy." You know, and
Mhm.
it's like those are the certain sparks. Even that
Yeah.
tells its own story, where it's something where it's like, wait a minute, yeah, it's
Mhm.
like the callings that you've like. We don't know where these callings come from the higher source, from all anything out there, what the universe is telling us.
Yeah.
But you went with it, you took it, and like you made it like your reality. You're
Right.
doing it.
Yeah, and I'm always constantly getting inspired. You know, I see other artists just like me that are young and grinding it out.
Mhm.
You know, and I see them doing things. You know, and sometimes it's just like, yeah, man, that's really inspiring. Like, yeah, that makes me want to work harder. Or I see someone younger than me get a job that's like way more important than any job that I've gotten in the past 4 months. Like, so like some big film that's like going to Sundance. You know, and like a little bit of me, I'm like, I'm jealous, but I'm motivated. You know, I say, wow, you know, that's really good for him. That motivates me. Like, I'm gonna do it. You know,
Right.
it's things like that. You know, it's just like, and you know, and I've been getting a lot recently. You know, I've been a lot more active on my Instagram, and I've been trying to, you know, people have been inspiring me, and I've been trying to inspire people. Because I'm friends with a lot of actors and a lot of people that are just, you know, really down on themselves, really, you know, because this is a tough industry.
You
This
need
is
to build
super
that.
tough industry.
You gotta build
know,
your community
you know.
within the community to
Mhm.
expand that.
Super duper tough industry, and you know, and I actually, you know, I always, every time I have an audition, I just say, you know, hey, you know, I always talk to my Instagram. I call them my fam. I say, oh, what's up, fam? We got an audition today. Or if I'm on set, I say, what's up, fam? We're on set today. You know, all of that, and I always get messages like, yo, man, you're really inspiring. Like, I saw this audition and I applied for it because of you, Frank. And it's like, you know, things like that feel really good.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice, man. You're inspiring me. And
Good, man. I hope so.
No, this is why I had to have you here, man. Just
That's good.
be able to tell your truth, tell
Mhm.
us your story. Let us know who you are, because
Right.
at the end of the day, we all have a story to tell, and I think it's
Mhm.
important to look into any individual out there, no matter what status they have, no matter where they live, where they're from. It's important to understand we are human beings, and we have to be able to kind of tell these stories through these different walks of life. And I
Yeah.
think acting does that a lot.
Mhm.
We're gonna do a quick little round of random questions, do a quick little improv scene to close it out.
Oh, improv. Oh, boy.
A little something. Quick number one question. What is the word of the week or the month for you? What's a word that's kind of been like,
Mm.
like I don't know, that's popped out?
Drive. You know, the drive. Drive and commitment. Those are like, I know it's one word, but
Yeah.
I think commitment more actually now I'm thinking about it, because this past week, the month has been drive. This past week it was commitment. You know, it's like, you know, I take an acting class, and you know, my teacher was just like, you know, you have to commit to the words, and let the emotion come later. You know, this like you have to commit to your partner, you have to commit to what you do. You know, so it's all about, you know, making commitment and sticking with it. So commitment is my word.
Commitment.
Mm.
All right. What is your color of the day?
Color of the day is green.
Green.
I love green. Green's my favorite color, so it's my color every day.
Okay,
You know.
okay. I mean, it's also, you know,
It's also the color of money. Everyone loves money.
I was gonna say, you know, nature.
That too.
It's
Nature.
beautiful out there. You know, we got the spring out there.
Right, yeah.
Spring is feeling good.
Good.
So let's vibe off of that. And last but not least, the numbers. Any number that kind of pops to you. Anything that you feel that you've
Any
been connected
number.
with lately.
You know, I've always been connected to number 13. My whole life. It's just kind of a thing in my family. 13 is very lucky for us, you know. I know people say, oh, 13 is an unlucky number. Not
Mhm.
for Italians. Italians, 13 is a good number.
Hey, it's all
you know,
about
and
perception.
my great grandmother was born on Friday the 13th in 1913. You know, so it's just
Which
like
set off, like,
right,
that was
yeah.
like a big part of the tree that kind of like rooted.
Mhm.
That's the roots right there.
All right, I lied. She was born in 1916, but she was born Friday 13. But it's close enough, you know. I try to be a little dramatic. At 13 o'clock.
13.
No. But she was born Friday 13. You know, 13's been just showing up my whole life, and it's just like, I don't know why, but it just has, and so 13 is always just like a number that I always think of. It's weird.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Grandma. Shout out to the Provenzano family. Shout out
Yes.
to everybody who's listening. Anybody who's out there trying to become an actor. You are an actor. If that's what you are,
Mm-hmm. You're
let
not
us
aspiring. You are.
know. You are. Just
Mhm.
like you are who you are. I are who I are. And together we
Mhm.
are It is what makes us. So we're gonna get this little last session is just a quick little improv. Just I'm gonna give this thing where I'm the radio host, you're the guest, and I'm saying these things that might sound a little crazy to you.
Sure.
And you're just like, whoa, what are you talking about, man? You know.
Right.
So.
You're feeding me a lot of direction there.
Yeah, for an improv.
Yeah. You tell me exactly what to do.
No.
Whoa, man, that's a lot. Yeah, like that. No.
It's like, whoa. We'll start. And scene. So, hello, yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks.
You're doing good? You're doing good? Well, I'm doing great.
Awesome.
There's something going on in this world. Do you know what's happening out here?
Global warming. Yeah, climate change. That's a real big issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it is climate change. I guess that's something out there that's happening.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think there's something bigger happening.
Like what?
There's like these interdimensional portals that are kind of intercepting with our reality.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's go. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Sounds
I mean,
cool.
am I gonna get affected in any way? Is this gonna hurt me?
Is it gonna hurt you? This is gonna hurt all of us. This is something that's.
Oh man. So do you think this is the best idea right now? You think we should go like evacuate and get stuff in the basement? And
I
stuff,
just
or?
no. We
No,
need
okay.
to spread the knowledge here because there's a plague, a dark plague that's infesting ourselves within. It's like a mental, spiritual thing. It's like taking us away from us.
Okay, so you're saying that our souls are escaping our bodies?
Something like that, but no, it's not about this whole exorcist, any other stuff, alright? It's no, like, spirits. There's something else. I know there's something happening. There are portals opening. There are some negative energy out there. We need to shed the light, the darkness with our light. That light is going to give us what we need.
Okay, well, I'm glad, I'm pretty sure we have quite a number of fans. So there's giant portals, apparently, and, it's good. Spread the news, hide, I guess. I totally agree with you.
This is
how much time do we have left?
We don't have much time. We
okay.
don't. And
I'm talking about the interview, not the portals thing. I just think my manager's calling me and my agent. I think I need to get going.
You're not taking this serious. This is the problem. You're not taking this serious.
Oh no, it's very serious.
You know what?
Okay.
Everyone, please. I know I'm not supposed to say this. I know we're live on air. I know. Look, please. Everyone, tap into the light that's within you. Shed from that darkness and bring that light that you need. It's there. Just open your eyes and stay in tune.
Or you could just close your eyes, take a nap, and all this can blow over by the end of the day, we're fine. That's okay too. You close your eyes, ignore, when you go to sleep, all your problems go away. That helps too. Great. I think I have to leave now because this is getting a little out of hand. I should go prepare for the portals and the vortexes and all that.
Yes, you should.
So I'm gonna go there. See ya, dude.
Everyone, just take look.
Yeah.
Look, thanks for having. Yeah, Frank, you were great. But no, we need to do something else. Everyone, just stay tuned. All right, the Infinite Dark is coming. The Infinite Dark is coming. Do not say I did not say this. This is live in here. They're gonna stop me. They're cutting. Okay, I'm sorry. Please, just find out what you need. Go and tell everyone you know. Infinite Dark is coming. And see.
Yeah, that was great. Felt wonderful working with you. You gave me a lot. To work with. I like that.
Yeah,
very much.
It's a little lost though. But everyone, this is all we have. This is all the time we have. This was a great show. Mm-hmm. I know it's a little unorthodox, but it's kind of telling you who I are as we understand who you are, and together we find out who we are.
Yes, We.R.Podcast.
Thank you for having us. This was a great show. All love, much love. Keep going. Enjoy the day, and let's have fun. See you next week.
Take care.
Or next year. Oh, I'm gonna give you the "you was ready," and then from there, I will start the intro and we will get right into it.
Okay, so then I'll press record right here as soon as you say that.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, follow me on Instagram, at Frankie_pro210, FRANKIE_PRO210. Follow me and get inspired. This is so cool. I've never seen, we have an audience watching people talk. That's so cool.
So it's double audience because the audience that's coming through,
right, we got a live audience.
Yeah, live audience.
Live studio audience.
That's so cool.
And the audio frequency audience.
Okay.
All right.
See.
If someone says we are, they gotta take a shot.
Like,
That's the game.
This guy.
That's
Yes.
Every time you get we are, you gotta take a shot, right, fans?
Yeah, that's the way we are. You know? No, that's what we need. That's what we
Yeah,
need.
it should
Having
be
good
already
fun.
set.
Having
Yeah.
good fun
I
and bringing the
think
best out of us
That's
through
right.
what we can learn from each other as one. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, use Ray!
That's an error.
Oh.
Error.
Well, it was a good run, guys.
Thanks for having us. We will see you next week.